Hello students, very good morning to all. In the last lecture, we have seen some HTML5 advanced input elements. We have seen HTML5 advanced input elements. In that we have seen some input types and we have seen description of those input types. For example, input type is equal to number, input type is equal to URL, input type is equal to image, etc., etc. Then we have seen some of the input restrictions which can be used for validation purpose. We have seen some attributes which can be used with input elements for validation purpose. For example, max, mean, pattern, etc., etc. So max attribute, mean attribute, these attributes we can use with number. If we want to restrict a range of numbers between 1 to 100, minimum 1 and maximum 100, so we can validate by using the attribute mean and max. Okay, fine. Now we will see one program which can be used in our program. Actually, we are using all those input elements. So we will go for a program. Now the very first is opening angular bracket, exclamatory mark, dot type HTML, then opening HTML within opening and closing angular brackets, then head, title, advanced forms in HTML5, closing of title tag, closing of head tag. Here we have opened head tag, closing of head tag, opening of title tag, closing of title tag. Body within opening angular and opening and closing brackets, body, form. Actually we are starting here form, and whatever the input elements we have used, just we are using those elements. Name, input type is equal to text, input type is equal to text, autocomplete. Here we are closing this input type tag. Then here just we are giving break, br tag, we are using br tag. Next, email, input type is equal to email, name is equal to email, br tag. Next, date of inception, input type is equal to date, name is equal to bday, br tag. Next, office time, input type is equal to time, name is equal to USR underscore time within double quotation mark. Then get tag br. Next, number of years completed, between 1 and 100, input type is equal to number. Now here we are using this input element. Input type is equal to number, and here we are using mean and max attribute for validation purpose. Here we are using mean and max for validation purpose. Then BR tag, office phone number, input type is equal to 10, name is equal to phone, pattern, now here we are using pattern is equal to within double quotation mark 0 to 9, 4, then again 0 to 9, pattern 7, required BR tag. Then next, add your home page. Input type is equal to URL, name is equal to home page, BR tag. Just we are applying break here. Next, input type is equal to image, source src is equal to d:\submit button dot png, and is equal to click here to submit, and is equal to click here to submit. Now just we are closing the form tag, closing form tag. Then we are closing body tag and end of HTML program /HTML. Just here we are completing the program. We are closing the opening HTML tag. Now just we have seen the program. Now as soon as we run this program or we execute this program, so it will display the output name. Now what you have to input here? Text. Just we are giving here name. Just here we are giving through the user input name, whatever the name we want, autocomplete. So what it will do, as soon as we type the name here, or whatever the data we are providing to the user input, if again and again we require that name, automatically it will complete with the help of this autocomplete attribute. Autocomplete. Okay, fine. Next, email. Email. So here we have to provide the mail ID, email ID of any person. Next, date. It will display date of inception. Date of inception. So here we are using the input type date. So it will ask for DD date, month and year. DD YY. So at the time of inputting the data, user inputs here, it will display pop-up menu. From that, we can apply date, month and year. We can select date, month and year. Next, it will display office time. It will display office time. So user can input time, any valid time. So here it will display one logo of a clock. So here we can input the time. It will display the menu. It will ask for hours, minutes, and AM or PM. Whatever we want, we can select through that pop-up menu. Then next, number of years completed. Number of years completed between 1 and 100. Now here we are using the input type number. Now here we are validating through the attributes mean and max. So it will display like this. It will display number of years completed between 1 and 100. It will display like this. Here a user can input number of years. So if you scroll here, so it will display 1, 2, 3, 4. So minimum value is 1 and maximum value is 100. So we have given here a range. We have validated through the attributes mean and max. So minimum value we can use here 1 and maximum 100. Not more than 100 and not less than 1. Otherwise, if we are not using this mean and max attribute, so what it will affect? If simply we are using like this, input type is equal to number, name is equal to num. So what it will do? Just it will display here, and a user can input a value that is -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to any extent. Okay, fine. Next, office phone number. Office phone number. Input type is equal to 10. So here we are providing telephone number. Name is equal to phone. Now here we are using the attribute pattern is equal to 0 to 94, 0 to 97 and required. Now here we have given the pattern for validation purpose. So what it will do here, we can enter a telephone number. Just here we are using 4 digits. For example, 0 to 40. Here we are using 4 digits from 0 to 9. We can use any digit from 0 to 9. Only we can use their numbers. We can't use here any text. So here the 4-digit numbers we can include from 0 to 9. So for example, 0 to 40 hyphen. Again 0 to 9, we can use 7 digits from 0 to 9. We can use 7 digits from 0 to 9. Zero 240 hyphen 233 4567. So here we can apply the telephone number. Again we are used here required. What it will affect here required? This field should not be used blank. This field user have to input the value. If the user can't input the value, then it will display one message, fill the required field. And here just we are validating with the help of pattern attribute. So if a user is writing like this, if a user is inputting the data like this, zero two four zero one dash 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it will accept only these 4 digits and here 7 digits. So it will ask for, it requires the valid input. It will require the valid input. Okay, fine. Next, add your home page. Add your home page. Input type is equal to URL. Name is equal to home page. BR tag. So it will ask for home page. So here we can apply any home page, any URL, uniform resource locator, URL. So you have to apply here, you have to input here any URL for the home page, any URL for the home page. For example, https:// www.gmail.com. So in this way, we can input the home page. Next, it will display in the output. Input type is equal to image. Input type is equal to image. So here, we are in place of button, just we are using here image. In place of button, here we are using image. So source is, image source is /submit button .png. Whatever the file we want, we can apply the location or path of that image. So name of that image and internet alt add, click here to submit. So it will display that message, click here to submit, and in place of button it will display that image. Whatever the image will include here. Yes, okay, fine. Have you got this? So this will be the output of our program. So here already we have used all the input elements which we can use in advanced forms in HTML5. Yes, okay, fine. Is it clear?